Hello, and welcome to my playthrough of Dev Tycoon. I played this game quite a bit, and before that I played the Android and iOS version, which is kind of called Game Dev Story, made by Curiosoft, something like that. I believe they're a South Korean company. I put about 20 or 30 hours in on that game, and I was kind of bummed out when I maxed it out. And then about 2 years later, year and a half later, something like that, I see this game, and yeah, watched a couple playthroughs on YouTube here, bought it, and I've actually played this game a little bit, quite a bit actually. But now I'm actually going to sit down and do a walkthrough. So enjoy. Let me set it all up here. We're going to create a new game. Hello there. It seems you've already played before. You can get right in and skip all the tutorials and so on, so on, so on, so. Well, basically, I'm going to make this game for some of you out there that haven't played it, which will probably be most of you watching this. And for the rest of you that kind of sort of have an idea of what's going on, I'll try to show you some tips, I guess you could say. So yeah. So we're not going to skip the tutorials. We're going to let all you guys, all you newbies out there, see what's going on. Welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. In this business simulation, you have been transported back in time to start your own game development company right at the beginning of the PC revolution. So right about 83, 84. In the next 30 years, you can build your dream company, create best-selling games, gain fans, and become the market leader. That's right, sure can. Before you start your venture, you have to give your upcoming company a name. So we're going to call this, software, LLC, so we can't get sued too badly. And I'm going to be my screen name across most stuff. Yeah, I know, it's a weird name. There's a story behind it. If anybody's interested or even watching this video, I'll gladly explain it, but it probably makes sense only to me. But that's cool if you want to know. And if there's actually anybody watching this video, that'd be great. Okay, so we're gonna pick the kind of black guy. He's got nappy-ish hair. I do like this little sweater vest ensemble. And I'm here in Seattle. And brown shoes are the new black shoes. Everybody out here got brown shoes. Even I have a pair of brown shoes. So this guy's from Seattle. He's representing very well. So we're gonna dive right in with LLC. We're going to delete over the other one I just made about an hour ago. If you ever want to read the tutorials, push escape. Congratulations, you've just started your own game development company. At the moment your office is in a garage and you are the only employee, but don't worry, many successful businesses have started off this way. Yeah, just ask Microsoft and Apple, amongst others. I do believe id Software as well. Let's start developing your first game. Close this message and click anywhere on the screen to bring up the action menu. Okay, let's do that. So we're going to bust out our first game because that's all we can do. Besides go broke paying rent just sitting here. And really quick, here's my story. I like to make up background stories for things. Here's my guy. He's got his $70,000 here in the bank. He's got his old broken down DeLorean here. My theory is this guy owns a home. He quit his job, mortgaged his house, and then he rents it out to pay the mortgage loan. Took that money, and this is his everything all in. Let's live the dream video game money. And this is his DeLorean here that he can sell so he can go get a studio apartment and eat cans of beans in case this all goes under. That's just me. I like to make up background stories. Any of you got a good background story? Let's hear it. So, enough rambling. We're going to make a game. Before development can begin, you have to decide what kind of game you want to create and give your game a name. You can also select which graphic technology your game should use. Okay. Your options are initially limited, but once you have a bit of experience, you will be able to unlock new options. So I usually don't name the game until I pick all this other stuff, because then once you know what type of game you're making and all that stuff, then it's easier to come up with a name. So this is the PC, circa 1983. So we're going to stick with the basics. Medieval RPG. Think King's Quest, or that's more of a medieval adventure, but somewhere along those lines. A little dungeon crawler here. Definitely going to pick this for the PC. Starting off, you get your choice between the PC, which has a low development cost, but also a comparatively low market share compared to its main competitor, the G64. Now, if any of you know anything about gaming, you'll instantly recognize this as the Commodore 64. It's got a higher development cost and a higher market share, but you know what? I'm a PC fanboy, so we're going with the fanboy favorite, the PC. Commodore 64 was pretty cool. A friend of mine's brother had one, played Karateka and all those sweet games on it. I got much love for the C64, but come on, it's all about the PC. So we're going to name this here Sword Quest. And you see over here, it's going to cost you 10 G's just to get this off the ground. So we're going to do that. Now I can either go text-based, which will cost me an additional 5,000, or we're going to go, actually the cost will stay the same, or we can go 2D graphics. And all props to the MUDs and all the text-based games out there, because there would be no video games as we know them today without them, but I'm going straight 2D graphics. Let's do this. Put in some work. Game development runs through 3 stages. At the beginning of each stage, you can decide what areas of the game you want to focus on. Picking the right focus for your game greatly increases the points you generate. Everybody got that? So basically, if you pick the right areas in which to develop, which to focus on your game, you get more points up here. And I'll explain all this, and the game will explain all this later as well. Think about what areas are important for your game, and decrease the focus on areas you think are less important. If you want to read a brief description of the different areas, just push escape and figure it out. There's really not much to it. So, for a role-playing game, you definitely want to focus on the story. It's got to have a sweet story, sweet quest. It's an RPG. Engine, think of this as a PC game, circa 1983. Graphics and engine wasn't really blowing you away back then. It was just the fact that it was cool that you were actually playing something. So we're going to turn that down just a little bit. And these sliders represent the points that you want to emphasize, the points you want to work on the most on your game. And down here is actually showing you, out of this 100%, showing you how much time is actually allocated to each area. So right now the engine is down here. Got the gameplay so-so. We'll turn that up just a little bit. It's got to be fun a little bit. But we're mostly going to focus on the stories and quest. So let's go. Game development has now... Thank you. While developing your game, you will generate points which you can see bubbling up. Game points are divided into design and technology points. The more points you generate, the better your game will be. So basically you got your design here. This is how pretty your game is and all that cool stuff, your UI and all that pretty stuff. Technology, this is like your graphics engine, your sound, all the cool technical stuff, all the features in the game, all that stuff. Think of it that way. So this is the eye candy, and this is all the guts running underneath the surface. From time to time, there will also be bug points. These points become less likely once you gain experience. Bugs points need to be fixed before the game can be released, and increase development time and cost. So here's your bugs over here. These will flare up as you're working on your game. Okay, so you got an RPG. So we're going to focus on the dialogue, since talking is important. We're also going to focus on levels because we want our towns and our dungeons to be sweet. AI, not so much. Not so much on this. Because the computer's going to be like, oh, a monster attacks, and you're like, hit with stick. A monster died. So that's pretty much it. Anything higher, if you remember those old school games with the crazy cheating AI, you don't want to turn it up too much here. So here we are, just chugging along. During development, you can also select additional features for your game. Right now, you can only pick basic sounds, but your options will increase quickly. Selecting additional features make the game generally do better, but also increase its cost. You will also see the graphic type selected when you define the game. This is just to remind you of your choice. You cannot change the type of graphics mid-game. So, in RPG, we're going to want to boost up the world design. Graphics are Sound And keep in mind this is sound at the very beginning of the PC age. So you had that one blaring, basically clock radio speaker that wasn't even as good as a clock radio speaker in your computer, and all it did was go beep when you hit the wrong button. Or in an action game, it would just go and that was an explosion. So we're not going to worry too much about sound. Graphics, we're going to focus on the world design. And as you can see, we're getting slight bonus points here. And my guy's stuck because he's a noob, but it's okay. If I can get both of these over 10, I'll be happy. The development of your first game is now complete. You can press the finish button to publish your game, but you'll only do that once you fix the majority of bugs. Releasing a game without fixing bugs can severely affect the ratings, so you should only consider that if you need cash and you can't afford to wait. So we're going to wait here from iron out the bugs, and also while he does that, he might also smooth the game out and add a couple points here and there. Oh look, he added 2 bugs. Okay, we're done. So we're going to release this game before he adds more bugs. The development of your game is now finished. While developing games, you gain experience and improve your skills. When development is completed, you will be presented with a summary of the experience gained. So it was a new topic, because I never made one before, a new combo, and a great combo. Medieval and RPG go well together. Who knew? And you can see I love leveling up my engine, my gameplay. Basically, as these level up, I unlock extra things, which I can then build into a game engine and then add into my newer games. So look. And I've leveled up a little bit as a person. So right now I'm pretty scummy. I eat ramen noodles cold, and I'm a peeping Tom. I'm a level 1 person. The game is now complete and will be handed out to publishing. See reviews and sales coming in for the game soon. Here we go. I made my first game. While you develop the game, you also gain research points. You can use these points to unlock new options for future games. To bring up the research menu, close this message and click anywhere to bring up the action menu. So they're referring to these. This is your currency. You generate these as you do work, whether that's making a game for another publisher, which you'll eventually find out, or doing contract work. Any kind of work you do generates research points, which is your currency, which you use to unlock things. So we're going to sit and we're going to wait and see how the game comes out. Here they come. Oh, I saw some tint. Oh. Okay, 6, alright. I can live with that, my first game. 6, okay. My focus on story and quest served the game very well. Oh, okay, he likes it. I'll take a like. Give me a 7. Give me a 7 here. Oh, 8. Played it for days. Thanks, All Games. Not bad for a guy out of his garage, eh? Yeah, LOC, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released their first game, Sword Quest. The game received favorable reviews. Such a good start. Yeah, LOC are sure to gain fans quickly. I better. Let's see how many we sold here. Oh, 4,400 units. Made the sale charts at 50, hey? Not bad. I will take that. Gained 34 fans. Now that your game is on sale or you see money every week, you can tell how well your game is doing by looking at the sales graph. So successful, we got 34 fans. Yeah, 34 people out there have good taste. So as you can see, our money's racking up here. Look at that, we're $4,000 over than where we started. Look at that. I'm 10 G's up. Oh yeah. Okay. So what to do next? Well, actually, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Oh. Sword Quest has achieved a company sales record of over 10,000 units sold. This is an important milestone in the history of LLC. Okay, well I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Maybe do a second playthrough. If you guys are interested, go ahead and let me know. I'd be happy to do more of these. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.